Following the draw in Zurich on December 8th, we now know how each of the qualifying groups for UEFA for the 2022 World Cup will line up. And we are going to have a quick look at them in this video. I'm gonna share some thoughts about all of them too. Not specific predictions, because I'm gonna save that video for March. But I'm just gonna give you a quick preview and my quick thoughts on the group. I already said that, but I'm gonna repeat myself because I don't care. I gotta stretch this video out to 10 minutes so I can finally start making some fat money. Alright, in Group A we have Portugal, Serbia, the Republic of Ireland, Luxembourg and Azerbaijan. Portugal shared their group with Serbia in Euro qualifying, and they will probably win against Serbia now just like they did back then. Portugal are expected to win this group, with Serbia and Ireland competing for second place. Should be interesting to watch. Luxembourg and Azerbaijan shared the Nations League group of this season, so seeing that fixture again will be interesting. Group B features Spain, Sweden, Greece, Georgia and Kosovo. Spain and Sweden are expected to occupy the first and second spot of that group with little to no hassle, as Greece have fallen way too hard during these last years. Otherwise they would have been able to at least compete with Sweden, but now they are just miles behind both Spain and Sweden. I think they'll even struggle with Georgia and Kosovo. So Spain, Sweden will be the winner runner-up, probably. I said I wasn't going to make any predictions, but I don't like obeying rules, even those I set up for myself. Group C is a very interesting group. Italy, Switzerland, Northern Ireland, Bulgaria and Lithuania. Italy are expected to win it, but anything can happen, as we saw Italy failing to qualify for the previous World Cup, but I don't think that will happen again. Switzerland are expected to occupy second place, as Northern Ireland and Bulgaria are not really on par with them. Italy have experienced a great rise during Roberto Mancini, and it's gonna be interesting to see what their national team has in store. The Northern Ireland made it to the playoffs for the last World Cup, but I doubt they'll get there again. However, they will definitely be hungry for some revenge, as Switzerland qualified for the 2018 World Cup at their expense because of an incorrect penalty. So there's gonna be a lot of tension between the two, I feel like. I'm not gonna even talk about Lithuania because, they're gonna finish last. I don't want to be disrespectful, but at the same time, being disrespectful can be very fun at times. Group D, as in the group of death. A very competitive group which France are expected to win, but Ukraine, Finland and Bosnia will all be highly competitive when it comes to the spot for second place. All three of them could do it. If I had to guess who it was, I would say Ukraine. But anything can happen. Finland and Bosnia also stand a chance. Kazakhstan are a tricky team as well. They can definitely win a game or two in this group, but I don't think they will finish in second place within this century, probably. Yeah. Alright, in Group E we have Belgium, Wales, the Czech Republic, Belarus and Estonia. It looks like a straightforward first place finish for the Belgians. But it is worth pointing out that Belgium struggles a lot with Wales historically. In qualifying for Euro 2016, they failed to beat them. Wales actually won and drew against Belgium. And we also saw how Wales defeated Belgium at the 2016 World Cup. So anything can happen really. But I do think Belgium have improved enough for a first place finish to be expected. Wales and the Czech Republic will be competing for second place. Belarus and Estonia need to get good, to put it in layman's terms. Alright, Group F for fucking terrible. No, it's an alright group. I'm not gonna talk shit about Denmark because Denmark are actually good and deserve to be the top seeded team. Austria and Scotland are expected to compete for second place, with even possible contention coming from Israel, to be honest. They could finish second as a dark horse. The Faroe Islands have made a lot of improvements recently, but not enough to be a threat in this group. Group G is really interesting. The Netherlands, Turkey, Norway, Montenegro, Latvia, Gibraltar. The Netherlands are expected to win it, but I don't think it will be easy at all, if they even will succeed. Turkey defeated France in World Cup qualifying, and Norway took points from Spain. So it will be very competitive. and Turkey and Norway can definitely win against each other. So it's going to be really tight between all three of them, and a lot could happen, even though I think Netherlands will sort it out in the end. I think I just made another prediction, even though I said I wasn't going to, but it's not a crime, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do whatever I want. Really, it's my fucking channel. Group H, Croatia, Slovakia, Russia, Slovenia, Cyprus, Malta. The pretty flag patterns that they share are about the only nice thing about this group, because it looks pretty awful on paper, on paper, even though Croatia and Russia are not weak. They are by no means a true threat in Europe, not anymore at least. Not Croatia. And not any other team in the group for that matter. Yeah, you see, my speech is slurring because I don't even want to look at this ugly group anymore. I just want to move on from it immediately. It just hurts to look at it. I'm sure the games will be entertaining, but there's just, if you compare it with the other groups and how strong the teams are, this is just a really weak group, if I have to be honest. And I don't mean that. I think Croatia are okay. They're pretty good, but they're not as good as they were in 2018. All right, Group I, England, Poland, Hungary, Albania, Andorra, and San Marino. England are expected to win it, but Poland and also Hungary in recent times will be able to compete for second place, maybe even first. But like I said, it's unlikely, not impossible, but it's far from a certainty. England are expected to win it. But this is going to be Hungary's best shot at qualifying for the World Cup in decades. They were quite good in Euro qualifying. I mean, they qualified for the Euros, which is really impressive. And they also qualified for were promoted to League A of the Nations League. So it's going to be really interesting. I think they could definitely finish in second place. And even if they don't do that, they did win their Nations League group, like I said, which guarantees them a place in the World Cup playoffs. So that's going to be really interesting to see. Hungary may very well qualify for the World Cup. All right, the final group. Group J, Germany, Romania, North Macedonia, Armenia, and Liechtenstein. Germany should be able to win this. But I mean, they should have also been able to win their group at the 2018 World Cup. So can you really trust anything about Germany anymore? They also were far from convincing in the Nations League. Even though they only lost one game, they still drew with Switzerland and Spain and just narrowly beat Ukraine away because of a goalkeeping error. But I do think they will win this group, with Romania and Iceland competing for second place. Alright, those are my quick thoughts on the World Cup qualifying groups in the UEFA. Like I said, a more detailed video with analysis and prediction will be uploaded in early March, so look forward to that. In the meantime, Merry Christmas, and please subscribe so I can feed my family.